Alright, so this is my first video blog entry. I don't really know what I'm supposed to talk about, but the last topic I was just talking about was French. I used to be somewhat fluent in French. I was living in Canada doing like a, French immersion thing. So we could only speak French. We couldn't speak English at all. Although my friend Tanya and I, we'd like go in her room and just like be very quiet and speak English to one another because Tanya's like level of French was pretty much as basic as you could get. And she was my best friend during that whole time, but she didn't speak French at all. It was terrible. So she'd always just say like, bonjour, and that was it. And she was so limited, poor thing. So we would sit in her room and like secretly speak French. It was kind of like, hiding from people in like the hiding place or something. But yes, I spoke nothing but French that whole time, and that was amazing because it was, I was reading and writing French fluently, and my dreams were in French. It was crazy. And then I decided that I was going to be an actor, like while I was in Nova Scotia, and I was doing some theater up there, so that was fun. But then I came back home, or went back home to Louisiana, and a lot of people speak French there. And I'd go to the French tables and stuff like that, which is basically just a bunch of Cajun men on some random porch, and they just like get wasted and speak French to one another. And surprisingly, my French is way better when I'm drunk because then I'm not thinking about it and just kind of happens, which is great. But yeah, I did those French tables, and then I moved to Chicago, and I joined Alliance Française, but I did take like an intensive class there, but the grammar was like very basic, and I was getting kind of bored, and then it met twice a week for like 3 hours, and I just kind of like, I don't know, I did that class, and I didn't really see a reason to keep going. It doesn't really make any sense to me now. I should have probably kept going with classes. But now I try to go there for like their French tables, and they're like their chit chat rooms where you just kind of sit and speak French and meet new people or whatever. But I've had only 2 conversations in French since I moved here, one of which was about condoms for some reason. The thing was, okay, like, a girl in my French class had said that she didn't eat processed foods, so she tried to say préservatifs, and that's condom in French. And I was joking to one of my friends who speaks French. I was like, yeah, she made the mistake. And the entire conversation was about condoms, and I was completely drunk at the time. I was like, really? This is the conversation we're going to have? So, yeah, I desperately need to get back with my French speaking abilities. I listen to nothing but French music, though. And so anytime I play Hotspot, I don't know any of the popular songs going on, so I'm not inspired by anything. So I just stand there and I'm like, okay, I could sing a French song right now. And I did that once at Annoyance, and I jumped in and started singing a French song by Carlo Bruni, and like the whole game just came to like a screeching halt, and everyone was just like, what the fuck? So I hate Hotspot. And yeah, when I'm running, I try to listen to like Pemsler language stuff in French, so I'm like that crazy runner who's saying stuff to herself in French as I pass you by. And I also like listen to like the news in French, and I go to their newspaper more than I do like CNN or Fox. But it's really sad because if you don't use it, you literally lose it. And I feel like I've lost like all French speaking abilities, and now I just kind of get in my head and I kind of panic about it. And yeah, I need to work on that.